Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast. From the Fabuloso Hemi Hideout in Brookshire, Texas, USA, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, the Hovis Mopar collection, and you have not seen all of them.
Nope.
And we're about to show them to you. Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll bring you the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin sometimes. Our chief engineer, David Ainsley, has decided to join us today. Usually he's sleeping in at this hour of the day. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us. It's been a whirlwind of chaos here
it has.
at the In Wheel Time show booth.
We're going to blame it on the weather.
Are we set up to do...
it was raining.
Are we set up to do video pictures that we can show
that's what I'm doing
everybody?
right now. What do you want to do?
Well, we start with one. How's that?
Let's see if I can pull that puppy up.
Okay. Are you ready? So John, started this. He was 18 years of age in 1970, so he's got a special place in his heart for 70 model cars, okay? So our first car today that we're going to discuss is the 1970 Dodge Super Bee in the collection. Is it in here today? I don't know as if it is or not. I see a yellow car over there, but it may or may not be it. Anyway,
It's back there.
it's called Banana Yellow exterior with a black interior. This has a 440 six-pack, 440 cubic inch V8, 3 two-barrel carburetors, and the N96, not mask, but hood scoop. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Torque Flight automatic transmission. Power steering and AC. Power front disc brakes. And here's the real clincher on this car. It's a numbers matching, one of only 599 built. That's pretty cool.
Yes,
Numbers
it
matching,
is.
one of 599. So congratulations, John. But I know that he put a lot of thought in his collection when he was buying all of these back in the day. Before this place was built, he had the collection in a barn here on the property. Well, this has taken place of the barn, although I understand that the barn is still in use because not all the cars are inside the hideout to make room for people, tables, chairs, and that sort of stuff. Okay, next up on the list is the 1970 Plymouth Superbird.
Woo-hoo.
Now, this one kind of changed the landscape of NASCAR because it's got that big, weird nose on the front of it and that great big, sticks way above the roof line, rear spoiler on it, along with plenty of power and everything. If you see this car in person, you go, man, that's really weird looking. But boy, I'll tell you what. It certainly got the attention of NASCAR because it won all of the races that it was in. It was truly amazing. And then they banned it.
Yeah, they banned it.
Yeah. They tried to make some changes to
accommodate it, but
no,
no.
didn't happen.
And then it was kind of like the very first car that really worked on the aerodynamics of the cars. And that really changed the landscape of NASCAR.
It did.
The cars didn't look like that after they banned the car, clearly. But they started working about, windshield rake, the nose going into the wind at 200 miles an hour. It changed the landscape. And let's not forget the rear deck lid spoiler on the thing. And that thing's adjustable?
Yeah, you can also sit on it. It holds the weight of a human. Well,
It holds
some
the weight,
humans.
It holds the weight of a very small blonde in a bikini. I've seen that, but
I
I haven't seen anybody like
So
Don
it's-
sit up there.
It's not
That
mother-in-law.
was me in that bikini. You just didn't
He
recognize
must
me
have
at the
been
time.
younger. Must have been younger you.
He was a
It's
young
not
man.
mother-in-law proof.
So here's the specs on this. 440 cubic inch V8, 390 horsepower, 3 two-barrel carburetors, Torque Flight automatic transmission, power steering, power front disc brakes. Numbers matching, John's the second owner. One of only 277 440 six-pack Superbirds. There were a total of 1,840 Superbirds made, one for every dealership in America.
Wow.
That's how they did it. Because,
that was the NASCAR rule at the time.
Well, it was a NASCAR rule that you had to build 500. And they decided that we're going to give one to every dealership.
Well, I thought NASCAR told them they had to.
At 500. There's always 500 cars. Back in the day, that was the deal for any kind of car. You had to build 500 of them. That's why the old saying about, race on Sunday, sell on Monday.
True.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Next up is the 1971 Plymouth Cuda. Now, this is John's favorite car. He's told me that. I don't know whether it still is, but I would imagine it would be. If you've ever heard this car run, you go, yeah, I kind of get it. It's painted sublime. Get it? Sublime?
Mm-hmm.
Sublime, pearl green exterior with a black interior. And here's the real kicker. 528 cubic inch all aluminum Hemi V8 with 739 horsepower. One 4-barrel carburetor underneath the shaker hood scoop. And a 5-speed manual transmission with the pistol grip shifter.
I have a picture of Kathy and I standing in front of this car from years ago. Probably from...
that was the first car that we took to...
Autorama.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's right over here. I got the picture on the wall. Kathy and I standing in front of it. We're all dressed to the nines.
And it got all the looks.
Yep. No, we did.
Oh, I'm sorry. They were looking at the car to get to me.
Yeah.
Narrowed 4-link rear end, power R&P steering, and AC, power 4-wheel disc brakes. Pro Street, RMS, altercation front end with coilover shocks and 22-inch wide rear tires. It's tubbed. That's the car that's tubbed in here.
Doesn't have an LS. It's got a Hemi.
It's got a Hemi.
That thing got a Hemi in it, Mike?
Got an aluminum Hemi.
And by the way, if I didn't tell you already, hey, thanks for joining us today on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We're coming to you today from inside the Hemi Hideout. Open house, $10 gets you in. No children under 12. Come on out. The money that you spend per person goes to charitable causes because it's doubled up by John. So you pay the 10, he'll give you 20 for the charity. All right. Next up is the 1937 Plymouth pickup truck.
Wow.
Green exterior and tan leather and suede
That was the year
interior.
he was born.
360 cubic inch V8, 255 horsepower, electronic fuel injection, torque flight automatic transmission, low car floor shifter, power R&P, steering, and AC. Is R&P, is that a company?
I believe it is.
I believe it is.
Okay. Front power disc brakes, all steel, custom built street rod. Mustang 2 front suspension. Plymouth was the last company to build pickups and the first to stop building pickups.
Yeah. Look at the airbag sensor on the front. The bumper.
Yeah. I don't think that's what that is.
Can I point something out with this?
Yeah.
The folks that are watching this on the broadcast, look at all the background behind these vehicles. Look at the walls with all the neon and all the pictures and all the memorabilia. That's the real show there as well.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once John had the collection put in place, then he goes, I sure do like those signs.
Yeah.
He started filling up the Hemi Hideout with signs, which you'll be able to see throughout the broadcast today. Okay, next up, the 1969 Dodge Coronet RT.
Right there.
Yeah, it's sitting
right
right
next
here.
door to us.
Yeah, it's right there, over to the left.
And I'll have to apologize to John because I keep drooling on it.
Is that what those stains are?
Yeah, sorry.
So white exterior with a black bumblebee stripe and a black interior. 528 cubic inch Hemi V8, 650 horsepower.
Nice.
3 2-barrel carburetors. Have you ever tried to tune a multi-carbureted car?
I've never driven one.
It is a real pain, I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have an airflow meter that you stick on top of the carburetor to see what kind of air it's pulling in. And that's only the air side of it. Then you got to fiddle with it to get the
Jet
gasoline
side,
side.
yeah.
3 2-barrel carburetors, lift-off fiberglass hood, torque flight automatic transmission, power steering, power 4-wheel disc brakes. Originally a 440 4-barrel, one of only 99 built.
Wow.
RMS altercation front end with coilover shocks.
Only 99
And by the
built.
way, I failed to mention it's a convertible too.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
one bad to the bone car.
And it's
I've
just
only
incredible.
seen one other, and it was the same thing. They took a 440 Cornet and put a Hemi in it, but it was a convertible, red, black. I mean, It was
It's what they call a resto mod today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what
Nice
you need,
car.
Don. Plus, it's a ragtop. I mean, not necessarily a ragtop, but you need something like that.
There are plenty of cars
Well-
in the collection in here, and the one that I want is the one that's next to it.
All right.
But we'll get to that. All right. Let me just check and see where we are here on
the
time.
timeage?
Yeah, 10-4, we're doing fine. All right. Next up is the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT
Hubba.
Pink Panther exterior.
See, that's one I would have thought Don would win after.
Yeah. Bubblegum. Yeah. Barbie.
Yeah. You know, I just don't have the matching pumps for that one, but I'll find them somewhere.
red contrast,
Black
yeah.
interior, 500 cubic inch, all aluminum V8, 690 horsepower.
Wow, yeah.
3 two-barrel carburetors. John is really into that.
3 two-barrel,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
The plus
what they
six.
call the six-pack.
plus- yeah.
Shaker hood scoop, 4-speed manual transmission, pistol grip shifter, power steering and AC, power front disc brakes. One of only 5 pink striped Challengers. Originally a 446-pack custom RMS altercation front suspension.
Wow.
He's like me. I like those resto mods.
Yeah, I do
mean,
too.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate numbers matching original cars. I got that. But I'm drawn to the resto mods.
Well, sometimes you can't have all that, and you want the vehicle, but you didn't find the car with all of the numbers matching, so you got to adapt.
Yeah, but I want to drive it.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
numbers car to me, a matching, like if that was a matching car, I'd be hard pressed to drive it very much on the street, just because, the value of it. Some little old lady run a red light or something and T-bone it.
That happens all the time.
Well, I know it. That's the reason I wouldn't. But a resto mod, it's not quite
Jackie
as bad.
Hanson's Nova.
There's a good example.
Yeah, beautiful car. Left a car show. Somebody ran into it.
Yeah.
Popped the whole front end of it.
Yep.
It was bad. Okay, up next. The 1966 Plymouth Belvedere.
Oh yeah.
Bright red exterior, black interior, 426 cubic inch Hemi V8, 425
That's nice.
horsepower, dual 4-barrel carburetors. Dual 4 barrels. Oh my God.
Good thing gas
4-speed
is going
manual
down.
transmission, 10,000 mile unrestored car, numbers matching, 2-owner original, one of only 284 built. Now that's a rare car.
That's a rare car.
Yes. Yeah.
10,000 miles on it.
4 barrels.
Unrestored.
2 4
There it
barrels.
is. 2 4 barrels. Okay.
You would have meant you couldn't fit the third one in there.
I guess not. They got the wedge in there, I guess.
Oh my.
Anyway, coming up next, we have the Plymouth 1937 Plymouth Coupe.
It's right there too.
Yep.
9-color chameleon color shifting exterior with a gray interior. This one has a supercharged Hemi V8, turning out 800 horsepower through a 671 blower and dual 4-barrel carburetors. God. Torque flight automatic transmission, ratchet shifter. I don't even know how you would drive that.
That'd be a first car for a college student.
Oh, yeah. For about 5 minutes until they put it into a
Go
tree.
down the road.
Ratchet shifter, power R&P steering and AC, and power front disc brakes. Custom built Pro Street Mustang 2 front suspension, narrowed rear with coilovers. Narrowed rear meaning it's got
Tubbed.
It's tubbed.
Yeah.
Got some big meat under there.
That's yep.
Wagyu. Now, up next, I love this thing. A 1947 Dodge Power Wagon.
It could be an in-wheel time machine.
It could be. This thing is so fine. I can't even begin to tell you. And to open and close the door, you go, oh my God, it's a Norge refrigerator. I mean, it is solid, man.
Yeah.
Green and black exterior with black interior. And this is another part that I really like about it. 230 cubic inch flathead 6-cylinder. 94 horsepower.
Yeah.
4-speed manual transmission. Now, my guess is it probably has that granny first.
Yeah.
4-wheel drive, fully restored, 2-time National Power Wagon Nationals
Whoa.
Best in Show winner, scored 996 points out of 1,000.
Amazing.
That truck is truly an amazing thing. Yeah, and it's beautiful.
Go down to the feed store and put some grain in there.
Don't put anything. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
And if you're going to ride in it, put some of those spandex pants on because I don't want you scratching the interior.
Oh, again?
Again. Okay. Up next, we've got the 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner.
Another convertible.
In violet. Is it violet? Can you tell?
Kind of.
Doesn't look like
because the pink
violet.
one's next to it.
All right. Well, I don't
Looks
know.
almost
Are these in
orange
order?
the
whatever.
That's good.
Exterior with a white interior, 440 cubic inch V8, 390 horsepower, 3 two-barrel carburetors again, air grabber hood, yeah, it's got that. Torque flight automatic transmission, power steering, power front disc brakes. Numbers matching. One of 34 convertibles made with this engine combo, and only 2 of those were in this color combination.
Wow.
Stolen and then recovered after 25 years underwater on a river bottom.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
That's a story.
Because you know what that would look like once you pulled it out of there after 25 years? Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Fresh water? Yeah, but if it doesn't have the air, and if it gets a good covering of silt on it, I really don't think. If you look at some of them they pulled out when they find these bodies and stuff.
Do you know what happens when you die?
You don't live anymore.
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, you probably just kind of melt away into nothing, and that's what that would be.
I'm going to be stuffed.
Stuffed.
I'm going to be stuffed.
Yeah, John's got a place right over there in the
I'm
corner.
going to be behind the steering wheel.
All right. Last car for this segment, because we're going to carry it over to the top of the next hour when John can join us. This is a 1970 Super Bee Go Mango exterior with black bumblebee stripe with black interior. 426 cubic inch Hemi V8. You notice he doesn't give any miles per gallon on this.
No.
425 smiles, yeah. 425 horsepower, dual 4 barrels, carburetors, N96 Ram Air hood, torque flight automatic transmission, power steering, power front disc brakes. Numbers matching original. Get this. One of only 32 engine color combos made.
Wow.
Only 4 known to still exist in the Chrysler registry.
And this one is one of them.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got more, and we're going to get to those after a break. No, we're not. We're going to pause the run-through on these.
Okay, what number is this one?
The one that's coming up. The one that's coming up will be car number 12.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to get out of this for now.
We're going to get out of this for now because we need to take a quick break here, and we're going to some other stuff we've got to get done, including the cruise in and events calendars and the headlines. Okay? Mm-hmm. Hey, we hope you're going to join us on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. More of that coming up. Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars coming up, and I'll have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Thanks for joining us on the award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show, coming to you today from the Hemi Hideout in Brookshire, Texas. We'll be back after this break.
You've waited all winter, and it's finally here. The Tailpipes and Tacos Spring Cruise In. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In returns to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, April 19th. Make any donation to Shirley's Kids and get a free breakfast taco. There'll be mimosas and Bloody Marys, too. Get to the best cruise in of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, April 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, make a donation of any amount, and grab a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. Join the car camaraderie, and your car will automatically compete for one of 3 chili pepper trophies at no charge. Spring is here, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, April 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. We hope to see you then. Come on out. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Okay. Hey, I want to remind you again about the upcoming Hot Rod Tour of Texas. We're going to go on it, and we'll be broadcasting on the Saturday of April 26th from the Spindle Tap Brewery right here in Houston up on the city's north side. I bet you've never heard of it. I bet you've never been there. We invite you to join us. It's a very different place in a bizarre location that you'd never guess in a million years. But it's really a cool place. That's a real honest-to-God brewery. And you're going to love it. I promise you that. Thanks for joining us today here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Time now for the Cruise In and Events calendars. Jeffrey?
We sponsored by anybody?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. We've got next weekend Wharton Cruise Nights. This is
you can sponsor us, though, if you'd like.
Okay. Well, I'm sponsored by Need More Jeff. Saturday night, hang out with the old and new friends with their cars, bikes, trucks, all that good stuff. Bring a tricycle. They don't care. From 6 p.m. to whenever. It's the Wharton Cruise Night at Domino's Pizza, 309 East Bowling Highway in Wharton, Texas. Again, from 6 p.m. until whenever at the Domino's Pizza. Then you got Octane and Espresso. That's the Speed Advocates will be hosting this event. It's every second Sunday of every month at the Black Rifle Coffee Company in Copperfield, Texas, 7086 Highway 6 North. And then we've got one next weekend. We're supposed to have some Mustang people here. Got a Mustang event going on next week. Again, Snakes and Stangs, all Ford cars.
Snakes and Stangs. You got to say that. You got to say that with a little bit of a drawl.
I think David could do that. David's got a Snakes and
That's
Stangs.
it.
Yeah, have you seen David's Snakes and Stangs? Anyways, that's from 5 to 9, tailgate party at the Hallmark University. It's a car show. It is in, where is that one going on? It's in the Hill Country. It's in San Antonio. So if you're going to go out there, it's a poker run. They've got all kinds of stuff, People's Choice Awards, kids event, and all that good stuff. Mike sent me this one, 21st Annual Corvettes and Crawfish. Mike, you want to take that one?
Well, that's AJ Lupo, the Corvette Club down.
Lupo?
Not Lupo.
Loop.
Lupo's my neighbor.
It's Loop.
Loop. Yeah. And this is benefiting Texas EquiSearch. They do this twice a year. This spring happens to be their crawfish event.
What year? What day is this?
This is on next Saturday, the 12th.
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty quick. So it's only 7 days out. So be sure to check it out. And it's a good event. It has lots of fun. We went down there here recently.
Good.
And it's the Space City Corvette Club on Facebook and on the internet, and you can find out more information there.
Okay.
All right, time now. I want to get some of the news stories in, and obviously the one that the elephant in the room, so to speak.
Oh, that's a Mopar elephant.
So
there you
get
go.
it?
I got
Yeah.
the elephant in the
Well,
room.
President Donald Trump has imposed a 25% tariff on imported vehicles. In all likelihood, consumers will not see a 25% hike. That's because of complex factors, including the amount of non-U.S. content in each vehicle, automaker calculus, dealer decision-making and loan agreements. Cox Automotive, for example, predicts a 2.8% year-over-year increase in wholesale vehicle prices in 2025. Black Book projects a 5% increase in the average transaction price this year. Morgan Stanley predicts the tariffs will boost the average price of a vehicle by 11 or 12%. So don't panic. Be calm. Hang on, man.
Be happy.
Crazy.
Well,
don't worry.
The projections recognize that the tariff is not applied to the manufacturer's suggested retail price, and that the industry relies on sometimes labyrinth systems to calculate the vehicle's cost. The price of the vehicle is determined using a cocktail of market research, bills of materials, financial agreements, institution, and other elements. Even more variability enters the picture in the dealership lot, where prices vary widely by region, timing, personal relationships, and the way buyers settle up with the retailer, a separate business from the automaker. Are you following all of this? We talked about this with our guest last week.
Yeah. It sounds like a bunch of lawyers sitting
So
around
automakers export vehicles from the foreign facilities and calculate the transaction value of the import. U.S. Customs and Border Protection defines the transaction value as, quote, the price actually paid or payable for the merchandise when sold for exportation to the United States, end quote. Plus, packing costs, commission, royalties or license fees or resale proceeds that go to the seller. Importers have to explain the declared transaction value to the government. even if an actual sale does not take place, as in the case of foreign automakers with domestic subsidiaries, companies follow rules from the Treasury to calculate the transaction value of goods going across the border. The rules rely on a principle that transactions be valued as if two unrelated entities were involved. For vehicles imported from outside of Canada and Mexico, the automakers, who are the importers, will be paying the government 25% of the total transaction value. For imports from Canada and Mexico, which are captured by the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, I know you've heard about that, automakers will be given the opportunity to certify their U.S. content and systems will be implemented such as that 25% tariff. It will only apply to the value of their non-U.S. content, according to Trump's March 26th executive offer.
Sheesh.
Like I said last week, it's not just 25%. You can't do it that way. That's why I said to you about these guesses as to how much the price of a car is going to go up. 2.8%, 5%, 11 or 12%, not the 25. Because cars aren't made like they used from our era.
You're right.
You know, all of this stuff wasn't produced here in the United States. Even cars that are actually assembled here in the United States, they get glass.
Yeah.
It's
really just assemblies.
That's correct. Actually, there's only one. The Toyota Corolla, which I'm driving out there, is built in Mississippi, and the panels, the body panels, are actually stamped at that assembly facility. That's the only one that I know of. Because usually the body panels are stamped somewhere else, and then they get sent to the assembler.
A different kind of factory to do all that.
It's a bizarre labyrinth of stuff that you never know really what's going on. I've got more of this to tell you about. Automotive News put that together, and I thought that kind of really tries to explain it because it's difficult to understand.
Well, the good news is Jeff's got a camera going on the Hemi Hideout, so they got something to look at while we talk about all this
nastiness.
Yes.
Yeah. We just wanted to, give them a shot.
You don't have that isolated camera that's focused in on you?
No, we didn't bring it.
You forgot it?
Yeah, I left it at David's house.
David's house, where he's using it for other things. There is that.
God. Let me write down what time it is so we'll know what the FCC says.
Well, at least it's not the FAA.
That's
True.
All right.
Or the CIA.
I've got lots of papers here. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I've really been.
Every week you get more and more.
Well, I know.
Are you recycling or what?
Well, no. I wanted to do the Hemi Hideout cars.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was very stressful.
Yeah.
Because I started working on this last Monday. Because not all of the cars show up on the Hemi Hideout website.
Right.
So
you had to contact
Shelley had to come out here and take some pictures of the cars that are not in here today, but they're in the barn, in the other barn.
Oh.
Yeah. It's been a process,
Barnage.
I'm telling you.
Well, you did good.
Well,
Yeah,
the show's not over yet.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, don't mess it up.
I like it.
Well, I've already done that.
Coming up at the top
Hey,
of
we'd
the
love
hour.
to hear from you. Shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We are back after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, April 3rd to the 5th at NRG Center. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience with 1,000 vehicles up for grabs. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy spectator tickets now at Mecum.com.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.